Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Hey guys, it's Dino here, and today I'm coming back at you with another video. Today we're going to be talking about 10 life lessons that you should have learned by now, or that you should learn very, very quickly. Okay, so let's get straight into the video. Lesson number 1 is follow your own path. Now this may sound simple nowadays and everyone says it, but very few people actually do it, okay? So what do I mean by follow your own path? Well, it means wherever your life wants to take you, whatever you want to do that, okay? Don't get influenced by parents, friends, other family members, co-workers. Don't get influenced by people, okay? Just do whatever you feel like doing. If you want to leave your job, obviously it's better if you have something in the pipeline. But if you do want to leave your job, then look at something else that you want to do to change your career. It might be in the same field, it might be something similar to what you're doing currently, or it might be something completely different. So for me, I'm only 24 and I've already changed my idea, my mind, my career, whatever you want to call it, a couple of times, okay? So I started off back in college doing a mechanics course. I was getting pretty good at it. I enjoyed working on the cars. Then I had some work experience and I didn't like the pressure that they put me on to fix the cars in a certain time frame, okay? I wasn't that experienced and I needed a little bit more time, and I didn't like the pressure aspect of it. After that, I decided to go to university and I done a football degree, okay? I loved it, absolutely loved football. By the end of it, I was starting to watch less and less football because I was focusing more on coaching and learning the game. So I was watching it less as a sport and as a hobby, and it was more turning into work, which I didn't really mind, but it was hard to get into the industry. You get into the industry through people you know rather than what you know. After that, during my final year of university, I decided that I was gonna do a personal training course. I took the course and I'm now a personal trainer. But in that short period of time of about 8 years, I've already changed my mind 3 or 4 times, and that's absolutely fine. You can do that. You don't have to stick to one specific thing. It's better for you to change your mind when you're younger, because you still have that energy and that motivation to learn new things, to grow, to try out different things. As you get older, you're going to see less and less of that motivation to try new things, and you're going to be more ready to just settle into what you have. So if you're going to do it and you're going to change your career multiple times, do it when you're younger. It's going to help you to find out who you are, where you're at, and where you want to go and who you want to be. So my advice is, if you're going to do it right now. The earlier the better. So the second lesson to learn, if you haven't already, is what goes around comes around. Basically what that is it's basically talking about karma, okay? So if you're nice to people, if you smile, if you're positive, you're going to get lots of that back. If you're negative, if you're always angry, you're always frustrated, or you're nasty to people, or you're rude, you're going to get a lot of that back. Whatever you give, you're going to get back, okay? And that's purely because of karma and the law of attraction. So if you have a negative mindset or a rude manner, that's what you give off to people. That's what you feel is okay to give off to people. Well, that's how they're going to feel it's okay to give back to you, basically. Yeah, so try to be as nice as you can. I'm not saying be an angel, be a saint, and bend over backwards for people, because they will take advantage of you, and that's just the nature of society today. If you are going to be nice to people too much, you're going to be taken advantage of and they won't necessarily reciprocate it. But in general, if you want to be perceived as a nice person, engaged with positively, have friends who are real and positive with you, then just give those vibes out and you should get them back as well. Tip number 3 is don't hesitate when it's time to act, okay? Now that's just a backup and a continuation of the end of point 1. So like I said, it's better to do it when you're younger, but if you're not young anymore, then don't worry, just go for it now, okay? If it's time to act, do it. Whatever it is, okay? Whether that's changing your career or asking that girl on a date or asking for a pay raise or trying to buy your first house, okay? Whatever the thing is that you want to do, act on it, okay? If you can't do the full action right now, take steps towards being able to take that action, okay? So let's say it is buying a house, which is something much more complicated. Take little steps to save money, look for a house, speak to estate agents, find the house that you want, put in offers, and then hopefully buy it. And step by step to get that action, but don't hesitate on taking those steps. Now, if it's something a little simpler like asking a girl out, then just go for it. Okay, the 4th lesson is that information and knowledge is worthless unless it's put to use. A lot of other people, so there's multiple types of people. There's people who just ignore it, there's people who take action, and then there's people who just learn. They feel that they have to have every single bit of knowledge about that specific topic before they can take action, otherwise they're going to make a big mistake and it's going to be disastrous. Now, yes, you do need knowledge on what you want to act on, so that you don't do stupid mistakes and costly mistakes, but you don't have to know every single detail before you do it, okay? So, let's say it's that you want to change career, okay? If you want to change career and it's a completely new career, then yeah, you might have to do some research, see what it's all about, see the requirements of the job, find out what the salaries are if that's something that interests you, or if money's not an issue, then you don't have to. And then you have to just start acting. You got the knowledge of the basics of that job or that career, and then you just have to start acting to be able to get into it and actually achieve it. Let's say you want to start YouTube. Yes, you might have to do a little bit of research on how to film, maybe how to speak in front of a camera, how to get good videos, so what are the key tips to get good videos, how to make your videos interesting. But once you've done a little bit of research and you have the basics, then just start doing it and you'll learn on the job as such, okay? You don't have to know everything theoretically, be a bookworm and then never do it, because then that's pointless. You just wasted your time learning all that sort of stuff if you're never going to use it. There's no point, okay? So if you're going to learn something to be able to do it in the future, learn just the basics, start and learn as you go, rather than learn everything and then start, because if you learn everything, you'll never start anyway, because what's happening is your mind is saying, I need to learn a little bit more. I need to learn a little bit more. And it's that delaying mechanism. So that's one of the tricks that your mind plays on you. If you don't start on something, your mind is just going to say, I need to learn more and more and more. And a week goes by, a month, 6 months, a year, many years, and you've never started what you actually wanted to do. You learned everything about it. You're an expert in it, but you've never done it. Lesson number 5 is nothing worthwhile comes easy. So the people that do take action, congratulations, you've taken action. Now that you're taking action, you find it difficult. Well, yeah, if it's worthwhile and it's something that you truly want, it's gonna be hard to achieve. If it was easy, everyone would have achieved it by now, okay? And you would have started years ago because it was easy to achieve, right? So if you're gonna start something and you find it's hard, just remember that if it's worthwhile, it has to be hard, okay? And stick with it, because if you try something for just a week or 2 weeks or maybe a month and it's hard and you don't see results at first, you're gonna want to give up, trust me, okay? I've done it many a times in different aspects of what I've done career-wise. So with YouTube, I made about 5 videos and then I stopped, okay, and I deleted them. And I was like, this is never gonna work, okay? With personal training, I've tried to get clients, speaking to people. I spoke to 3 people that day, didn't get any of them. I give up. Speaking to people doesn't work. I have to find another way to get clients. No, it's just consistency, okay? If it's worthwhile, be consistent at it, keep going, and you will get there, because it is hard, but if it's worthwhile, then go for it. The 6th lesson is take care of your health, okay? Now, yes, we want to hustle, yes, we want to work hard to get to our goals, but if you're going to sacrifice your health on the way, then there's no point, because later when you do achieve it, you're going to have to use that money to get your health back, okay? And that's what many of entrepreneurs have done in the past and do still nowadays, okay? They work hard, they don't sleep, they don't eat properly, okay? They just want to work, hustle. They get to where they want to be, but then their health has dropped. And what do? Well, they have to use all that money that they've earned from the hustle to get their health back. And they're not living a fulfilled life because they're not healthy anymore, because they sacrificed it on the way to get the money. So my point here is, don't sacrifice your health to get money, because you're going to have to sacrifice that money to get your health back, or to at least get half of it back, or maybe a quarter of it back, okay? You want to hustle and work hard to achieve your goals, yes, but you have to sleep right, and you have to eat right, and you have to exercise as well, okay? So sacrifice maybe an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours of work so that you can get that extra 1 or 2 hours of sleep and that 1 hour of exercise. Lesson number 7 is make every moment count, okay? Whether that's work, whether that's with family, whether that's time alone, or whether that's a holiday. Make every moment count, okay? And enjoy it as much as you can, because we're here on earth, yes, to work, and yes, there's society, and yes, you have to pay bills and all that sort of stuff, but we're essentially here to enjoy ourselves. Through generations and through work and through society and through governments and having to pay bills and all this sort of stuff, we've lost what we're here on earth for, and that is to essentially enjoy it, be fruitful, and to explore, okay? Now we've got stuck in this rat race where we're working to pay bills, to go to work, to stay alive, to pay bills, to work, to stay alive, to pay bills. And it gets repetitive, and then we don't enjoy it because we're just running around in the same circle all the time with the same routine, okay? So enjoy your work. If you don't enjoy your work, there's no point. You're spending tons and tons of hours of it per week, per month, per year. If you don't enjoy it, you're going to be very, very sad for a lot of the time. Then comes the time alone, okay? So when you are off work, when you are having your time alone, enjoy it, okay? Don't necessarily be looking for people to connect with. Sometimes it's good to just breathe and stay alone, nice and quiet, nice and peaceful. If you do go out and party, definitely enjoy it, and most people do, and that's the thing, they enjoy that bit, but they hate everything else because nothing lives up to that. Well, if you change your mindset and you just live in the present moment, each minute, each hour, you're gonna feel that you can enjoy it more. And then obviously time with loved ones, make sure you enjoy that, because people are gonna die, yeah, especially now with COVID. Lots of people have died. Lots of people are starting to realize that time is very limited and it's very short. We're here on earth to enjoy it, but enjoy it with people as well, people that you love. Spend time with them, chat with them, laugh, you know, and try not to get into arguments and stresses, and try not to bring stresses from the outside in, okay? That's a big lesson as well. Okay, lesson number 8 is be flexible with your goals. Yes, you want to achieve a certain thing, but life throws so many curveballs at us that we don't know what's going to come next, and we might have something come into our life that might stop us achieving a certain goal, at least for the moment. It might be permanent, but you can always change your goals and adapt it. Okay, so be flexible with them. Don't say, do set specific goals, okay, but don't be so caught up in them that you can't change them in the future. Because if you do that and you can't achieve them, you'll feel miserable and you'll feel like you failed. Okay, goals, we set them to have a target and something to follow and something to want to achieve and something to work towards and to motivate us. But we also have to be conscious that we might have to change them as things come up in our life, where we might have to take a different path or just tweak something slightly, okay? Our goals are set for a reason, but they're not set in stone. Lesson number 9 is money won't sort out your real problems, okay? Now this is a big one. People nowadays, they see Instagram, they see the magazines, they see all the social media where celebrities and famous people are glamorized. They're always happy, they're always smiling, they always look good, and it's a show. It's to entertain you. It's not their real life. Their real life isn't like that every day, because if it was, they wouldn't even want to be on social media. They just want to enjoy it. What you see on social media doesn't represent every day, and money isn't gonna make your life like that every day, okay? And people do chase money because they want that lifestyle, and they think that having that lifestyle is gonna make them happy and everything is gonna be perfect and they're never gonna have any other problems in their life. Well, guess what? You're wrong. Problems are gonna come up, whether it's health, whether it's heartache, whether it's loss in a family, whether it's you get assaulted, or whether you get abused, or whether you get something stolen. Things are always going to happen. And if you have more money, and if you have more possessions and fame, and you're high profile, things like burglary, kidnapping, theft, paparazzi, that's all gonna increase as well, okay? So don't think that having that big life is going to make your life perfect. Now, it'll probably bring you more serious problems, if anything else, okay? Yes, I understand people want the money for the security, but just don't rely on money to solve everything. Lesson number 10 is pace yourself, okay? So, when we're young, we have all this hunger, we have all this motivation that we want to achieve everything right now. Within the next 2 or 3 years, we have to have our life sorted. I fell into that as well. Don't fall into that, please. Okay, life isn't gonna sort itself out in 2 or 3 years. Okay, there's always gonna be things getting in the way. There's always gonna be things that change, and your goals, if they're big enough, they're gonna take longer than you think. You might think that you want to be a millionaire in 3 years' time. Okay, and you might be. You might get lucky. You might, start a brand new company with a great idea. Really innovative, it takes off, and you're a millionaire in 3 years. It might happen, but in most cases, it's not. It's gonna be a long, hard grind, and for a long, hard grind, you're not gonna sprint. You're not gonna sprint a marathon, are you? If you're trying to achieve something big, it's gonna take time. So take it at your own pace, okay? Don't stress about it every day or every week, thinking, I haven't got there yet, I haven't got there yet, I haven't got there yet. Because one day you will. If you're patient and you work hard for long enough, you will get there, but just don't expect it to happen straight away, because it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Right guys, I hope you enjoyed it. There was 10 life lessons right there. I hope you picked up at least one of them. I hope you enjoyed the video and that something resonates with you that's going to improve your life, make you a little bit happier, make you a little bit more relaxed. or maybe even make you a little bit more motivated to achieve what you want to achieve. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.